Hi guys, Hedgehog Gaming here, and today I'm going to be doing a quick comparison over my G29 Logitech steering wheel and my T300 Alcantara edition that I bought just a few days ago to replace that steering wheel. To start off this video, I'm going to be talking about the specs of both wheels. So the T300 is a brushless motor, while the G29 is a brushed motor. The T300 is belt driven, so it's more smooth and just as powerful as the G29, whereas the G29 is helical gear. It's got a helical gear system and is obviously a lot noisier and clunkier. And the T300 has a detachable rim, whereas the G29 is not detachable. The T300 is also a larger rim diameter at 30 compared to the G29, which is 28 centimeters or in diameter. So the T300 is a lot bigger at 30 inches in diameter, which I like personally. And also the paddle shifters are a lot nicer, including that, the fact that you can swap out rims between them. So, what do I like about it that's better than the G29? I've got a few points. One is that it's a lot smoother, it's nicer to use, it's more responsive, and it's got better force feedback because it is a lot stronger. What I don't like about it, I guess the only thing I could say I don't like about the actual base and rim itself is the price. They're quite pricey, coming in at $700 Australian compared to, the G29's $400. And you have to add on the shifter if you want the shifter, and the shifter Thrustmaster T300 is $250, whereas the Logitech G29 shifter is $70. So now moving on to how it feels in game. The T300 definitely is a lot more of a realistic feeling in game. It definitely will, how do I explain it? It definitely will, I don't know how to explain it. It's stronger in the sense that, if you were to lose control in the vehicle in game, it would definitely spin the wheel around a lot harder and faster than the G29, which has this kind of clunk to it. So if the force feedback was fighting against you, it would clunk and it would miss, and then it would kind of notch and slip, which wasn't very nice. Well, at least it wasn't nice. It was very loud too. Like every time you wanted to say take a corner and the force feedback would kick in, it would just keep clunking and clicking, and it wasn't very smooth either. The T300 comes in 3 different editions. The T300 Alcantara edition, which is what I'm using, which is a model of the 599XX Evo 30 rim, and is an 8:10 scale replica wrapped in Alcantara. There's the T300 RS, which is the GT branded version, and the normal T300, which is PlayStation branded. As for the G29, it only comes in one available model, and that's the G29 as it is. One thing I definitely do like about the G29 is that it's got it's got more buttons on it that are mapped for the PlayStation. So it's got, all the triggers, all of the square, right, D-pad, all of that. And the Ferrari does have that, but as you saw in the beginning of the video, it only has, the Ferrari specific buttons, and then you got to figure out which one is which. And it also has the linear brake that the G29 doesn't come with, because the G29 has a non-linear brake, which is harder to press, as compared to the T300, where if you get the base model, it comes with the 2 pedal set, which I highly suggest upgrading from. I haven't got that, but I've played with them before. They're not very nice. I'll just get straight for the T3PA pedals, which is what I'm running at the moment. So in game, as I was saying, the T300 is definitely a lot smoother, definitely faster, stronger, more powerful. But one thing I guess I could complain about is it's very difficult to get used to at first if you're used to Logitech's G29 or any other kind of wheel, because of the force feedback being that strong. You're gonna be surprised by, you thinking, alright, I'll take this corner like this, and then the wheel will actually surprise you by having larger force feedback and stronger force feedback, as compared to the G29, where it's very like easy to control, in the sense that you can steer the wheel better and have control over the wheel. Like, as you can see, I'm like kind of struggling for it sometimes. I didn't like the G29's paddle shifters. I definitely feel the paddle shifters on the T300 are a lot better. And including the shifter in the T300, the TH8A doesn't come with it, unfortunately, because I know Logitech sometimes does deals where it comes with a shifter. But I definitely do prefer the TH8A shifter over Logitech's G29 shifter. It is a 7-speed including reverse, so 1 to 7 plus reverse, compared to Logitech's 1 to 6 plus reverse. And getting into reverse is definitely a lot easier on the TH8A as compared to Logitech's more realistic push down and into reverse, whereas on the TH8A just straight to the right and down where 8th gear would be in an 8th gear car, but not many of those exist. So, if in conclusion, you know, like, it all depends on how much you want to spend. The Logitech being one of those entry-level wheels, and the T300 being slightly above entry-level, more into, like, the, I don't know, someone who's definitely looking at playing it a bit more often, because it definitely is a lot more realistic. So, if I was you, in the end of the day, whatever you have money to spend, like, if you don't have enough money to buy the T300, then obviously don't get the T300. The Logitech G29 still is an excellent wheel for me, but I don't know, it just felt, after going back and playing on it, after playing the T300 for a while, it feels like a toy, in all honesty, you know, with those not so nice kind of small diameter of the rim and clunky feeling. It felt like a toy compared to the T300. But one thing that the G29 does have that the T300 doesn't is the controllability factor, and that's because I'm not saying that the T300 isn't controllable, because it is controllable, but almost certainly, you know, you got to get used to that, and I'm pretty sure once you get used to it, you know, the T300 will be a lot more controllable. But at the end of the day, in all honesty, I wouldn't buy the G29 if I hadn't had either wheel at the moment, mainly because, you know, what's the point in doing a half-baked job, like a half-baked idea? And what I mean by that is, why spend money on something that you're probably not going to enjoy? You could just spend money on something that you will enjoy, and you know you will enjoy it because it's money spent on something that's a lot better quality compared to the G29. And I'm not throwing Logitech under a bus by saying their wheel's crap, because it isn't crap. For me personally, I didn't like it compared to the T300. So if I was you guys, it's all up to you. It's your decision, but at the end of the day, I would still recommend the T300, just because it is a nicer wheel. It's smoother, it's got stronger force feedback, and it feels a lot better overall compared to the G29's clunky helical gear system. And if Logitech ends up watching this video, or I highly doubt that they will, but Logitech, please change your helical gear system, make it belt driven, do something like that, because it definitely isn't pleasant when you're driving along with that wheel. And make it a bit bigger too, because, you know, it's very small. I'm a person with large hands. I play the piano, so I need to have, you know, I have a wide finger span, big hands, big fingers, and playing on the Logitech G29 was just very annoying because it was so small. But I guess the smallness factor also adds up to the controllability, because it is a lot easier to grab compared to the T300. So there you guys have it. There's my opinion on both steering wheels. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Another factor to point out is I've only got this as a quick system setup, you know, so I can test it. I'm sorry, there's quite a bit of background noise at the moment. But soon I will be getting a full-blown rig, and I'll be, you know, unboxing and reviewing that. And when I do get that, I think it's going to be this Wednesday. So by the time this video is up, it will be New Year. And a few days after that, I will be getting the thing in the mail. So I'll do a review over that when I set it up. Thank you guys for watching again. And I hope this video has helped you make an informed decision. But I'll see you guys in the next video.